Sarsaparilla is an herb that has the highest concentrate of iron. Fluorine, iron.
There's one root that appeared in almost every healing protocol Dr. Sebi ever created. Not sea moss, not burdock, not elderberry, this one. He helped thousands of people transform their health. He worked with celebrities like Michael Jackson. He walked into a New York courtroom, faced the state attorney general, and was acquitted. And out of the dozens of herbs in his entire system, he called this root the foundation. The root is Sarsaparilla. Now, most people who use this root prepare it completely wrong. They're extracting maybe 20% of what's actually inside, basically flushing money down the drain. In this video, I will show you the exact method that pulls out the full spectrum of compounds. Skip that part, you're wasting your time. But first, here's what this root actually does to your blood sugar, your heart, and your metabolism. And this isn't folk medicine. I'm bringing receipts. Let's get into it. Number 1. Why Dr. Sebi trusted it. Dr. Sebi, born Alfredo Bowman in Honduras, built his entire philosophy around one radical idea. Your body already knows how to heal. You just need the right minerals, and you need to remove what's blocking your cells. He wasn't trained in conventional medicine. He learned from his grandmother first, then spent decades studying herbs across Africa, Central America, the Caribbean, developed what he called the African biomineral balance. In 1988, the New York Attorney General's case against him ended with an acquittal. The jury found that the prosecution failed to prove he had made medical diagnoses. The result came after he presented witnesses who testified about their experiences. Here's what matters for you. Dr. Sebi said Sarsaparilla contains a high concentration of iron. Iron was central to everything he taught. He connected iron deficiency to fatigue, weak immunity, brain fog, poor circulation, even depression. And this isn't just one herbalist's opinion. Indigenous peoples across Central and South America used this root for centuries before Europeans arrived. The Spanish were so impressed, they shipped it back to Europe in the 1500s. It was listed in the United States Pharmacopoeia from 1820 to 1910. That's the official book of recognized medicines. 500 years of documented use across 3 continents. Let that sink in. Quick question, where are you watching from right now? Drop your city or country in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how far this ancient knowledge has traveled around the world. Number 2, 4 core benefits. Alright, here's what Sarsaparilla actually does inside your body, and why Dr. Sebi made it the cornerstone of his entire system. Benefit number 1, blood sugar support. Imagine your bloodstream as a highway. When there's too much sugar floating around, it's like traffic jams everywhere. Your cells can't get what they need. Your energy crashes mid-afternoon. Your organs work overtime trying to clear the backlog. Sarsaparilla contains compounds that help address that traffic. Research conducted at the National University of Colombia tested sarsaparilla extract on diabetic rats. The results showed measurable improvements in blood glucose levels. The researchers identified saponins, natural plant compounds, that appeared to support metabolic function. Now, this was animal research, not human trials. But it helps explain why traditional healers across multiple continents have reached for this root for metabolic support for hundreds of years. The science is finally catching up to the tradition. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Benefit number 2, heart and circulation. Your heart pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood every single day. That's a significant amount moving through your body constantly. When your blood is thick with toxins, waste products, and inflammatory debris, that pump has to work harder. Your arteries narrow. Pressure builds. You feel sluggish even when you've had enough sleep. Sarsaparilla contains saponins that bind to certain toxins in your gut, specifically something called endotoxins. These are bacterial cell wall fragments that leak through your intestinal lining into your bloodstream. Once they're circulating, they trigger inflammation throughout your entire body. Think of saponins as a cleanup crew working the night shift. They grab these endotoxins and escort them out before they clog up your system and cause damage downstream. Cleaner blood, easier circulation, less strain on your heart, more oxygen reaching your brain and muscles. This is why herbalists, from Honduras to Jamaica to China, completely independently, with no contact between them, all arrived at the same conclusion about this root. It purifies the blood. If this is clicking for you, hit that subscribe button right now. I break down powerful herbs like this every single week. No hype, no exaggeration, just what actually works and why it works. But the next benefit? This one has actual published clinical research from a major medical journal. Benefit number 3, skin health. This isn't just traditional use passed down through generations. This one has receipts from one of the most respected medical journals in the world. In 1942, the New England Journal of Medicine published a study testing Sarsaparilla on people suffering from psoriasis. The results were remarkable. Skin improved in 62 of cases, completely cleared in 18% of patients. The researchers discovered that Sarsaparilla's main compound, saponin, binds directly to the endotoxins, triggering the skin inflammation in the first place. Remove the trigger, the skin starts healing itself. Here's the connection most people completely miss. Your skin is your largest organ. It's constantly trying to push out what your liver and kidneys can't handle fast enough. Acne, eczema, psoriasis, unexplained rashes. Often these aren't just surface problems. They're signals from the inside. Clean up the blood, support the liver, reduce circulating toxins. Watch what happens to the skin, not magic, just cause and effect. A more recent study, published in 2016 in International Immunopharmacology, found that astilbin, a flavonoid compound in sarsaparilla, helped regulate overactive immune cells called VF17 cells in mice with psoriasis-like skin conditions. The inflammation calmed down significantly. Now, the fourth benefit is why cowboys in the Old West couldn't get enough of this root. Benefit number 4, hormone balance. Here's a fun piece of history most people don't know. Sarsaparilla was one of the most popular drinks in the Old West. Cowboys would walk into saloons and order it by name. They didn't understand the science, they just knew they felt stronger, more energized, more vital after drinking it regularly. Here's why that happened. Sarsaparilla contains plant sterols, natural compounds that interact with your body's systems. These aren't synthetic hormones you're adding from outside. They're plant compounds that support your body's own natural balance. For men, traditional practitioners have used sarsaparilla for generations to support healthy vitality and overall wellness. For women, it's been relied upon for centuries to help ease transitions, particularly during menopause and monthly cycles when everything feels off balance. The key compounds responsible are phytosterols like beta-sitosterol and stigmasterol. Research suggests these help support overall wellness, not by replacing your hormones like synthetic treatments do, but by supporting your body's natural pathways. Imagine waking up without that 3 p.m. energy crash, without the mood swings that come out of nowhere, without feeling like your own body is working against you. That's what balanced hormones actually feel like, and millions of people have forgotten what that even is. What if the key to better energy, clearer skin, and balanced hormones was hiding in one ancient root this whole time? The link to get yours is in the description below. Number 3. Why it works. The synergy. Most people think there's one magic ingredient inside sarsaparilla doing all the heavy lifting. There's not. It's multiple compounds working together like instruments in an orchestra. Each one plays its part, but the real power comes from the combination. You've got saponins, responsible for blood cleansing and addressing inflammation throughout your system. Phytosterols, supporting healthy cholesterol levels and overall balance. Flavonoids, helping regulate immune responses so your body doesn't overreact. And minerals, iron, zinc, calcium, magnesium, and others, all in their natural, plant-based forms. But here's the part that explains everything about why Dr. Sebi relied on this root so heavily. Sarsaparilla acts as what herbalists call a synergist. The saponins actually help your body absorb other herbs and nutrients more effectively. Think of it like a delivery truck that amplifies everything you take alongside it. This is exactly why Dr. Sebi included sarsaparilla in virtually every single protocol he created. It wasn't just doing its own work, it was making everything else in the formula work better too. That's why he called it the foundation. Everything else was built on top of it. Type foundation in the comments if this is starting to make sense. The algorithm loves engagement, and it helps me know this content is actually reaching the right people who will use it. Number 4. The mistakes section. Alright, this is the part I promised you at the beginning. The mistakes that waste your money versus the preparation method that actually extracts what you're paying for. Mistake number 1. Steeping it like regular tea. Most people toss some sarsaparilla root in hot water, let it sit for a few minutes, strain it, and call it done. That's the wrong approach entirely. Sarsaparilla is a root. Roots are dense and fibrous, nothing like delicate tea leaves. They need sustained heat over time to break down properly and release their active compounds into the water. If you steep it like chamomile or green tea, you're extracting maybe 20 to 30% of the saponins. You're literally throwing the rest of your money away. The fix: make a proper decoction instead. Use 1 tablespoon of dried root per cup of water. Bring it to a boil first, then reduce to a simmer, that's low, gentle heat, for 15 to 20 minutes minimum. Traditional preparations often go 30 to 45 minutes for maximum extraction. This sustained heat breaks down the tough fibrous material and pulls the full spectrum of beneficial compounds into your drink. Mistake number 2. Taking it right after meals. Food competes for absorption in your digestive system. When you take sarsaparilla with or right after eating, the saponins get diluted and have to fight for attention. The fix: take your sarsaparilla decoction on an empty stomach, ideally 30 minutes before meals. This gives the compounds a clear runway to do their work without interference. Mistake number 3. Confusing sarsaparilla with sassafras. The names sound almost identical, but they're completely different plants with completely different properties and safety profiles. Sassafras was traditionally used in old root beer recipes. Not the same thing at all. Always double check that you're actually getting sarsaparilla. Mistake number 4. Ignoring quality and source. Not all sarsaparilla is created equal. The potency varies significantly depending on where it's grown and how it's harvested. Honduran, Mexican, and Jamaican varieties are traditionally considered the most potent. That's specifically what Dr. Sebi preferred and recommended. Look for wild-crafted sarsaparilla from reputable sources that actually test their products for purity. Number 5. Important notes. Traditional dosing according to herbal references. 1 cup of decoction, 2 to 3 times daily. If you prefer capsules, 1 to 2 grams taken twice daily. Always start at the lower end and observe how your body responds before increasing. If you're currently taking lithium for mood support or digoxin for heart conditions, definitely talk to your doctor first. Sarsaparilla has diuretic properties that affect how your body processes these medications. And remember to stay well hydrated throughout the day. Sarsaparilla has mild diuretic properties, meaning it increases urination. Your body has been waiting for this, the missing piece that finally makes everything else work the way it should. Don't let another week go by wondering, what if? I've linked the organic wild-crafted Honduran sarsaparilla root I personally use and recommend in the description below. It's the same quality Dr. Sebi insisted on. So now you understand exactly why Dr. Sebi called sarsaparilla the foundation of his entire healing system. It's not one isolated benefit working alone. It's the compound effect of multiple benefits stacking together. Supported blood sugar, cleaner circulating blood, healthier skin from the inside out, more stable hormones, and it amplifies the absorption of everything else you take alongside it. That's precisely why this single root appeared in virtually every protocol he ever created. It was the base layer everything else was built upon. If this video opened your eyes to something new today, smash that like button right now. It tells YouTube to push this content to more people who are actively searching for real, natural solutions instead of quick fixes. And if you want to go even deeper, I'm covering exactly how Dr. Sebi strategically combined different herbs together for maximum synergistic effect in an upcoming video. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when it drops. Now, speaking of powerful natural remedies with centuries of proven use, my video on the 10 biggest black seed oil benefits you've been missing and how to use it right is appearing on your screen right now. Black seed oil is another ancient remedy that's been used for over 3,000 years, and modern research is finally proving what traditional healers knew all along. If you're serious about natural health, that one's a must-watch. Thanks for watching all the way through. Take care of your body. It's the only one you've got.